Yo, what's good? Big Z here, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly how I processed and mixed the vocals on my new single called Feel the Same with Single Spark.
I need to know you feel the same.
By the way, I forgot to do this in my last video, but if you want all the drum samples we use for this song, you can download them all for free below. So I've got this folder here with like the kick and clap and all the other drum samples I used. So anyway, here are all the vocals for the song. I've got the instrumental up here and just all the vocals below in purple. So let's just start with the first verse.
I don't wanna blink, cause I'm on the brink of falling. Don't know what it means.
So without any of the effects on there, here's what the vocals sound like.
I don't wanna blink, cause I'm on the brink of falling.
And then with the effects.
I don't wanna blink, cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So I love this singer's voice. Even with no effects on there, her vocals still sound amazing. She probably comped them and tuned them herself. I usually like to leave that up to the singer because they know their voice, they know what works with their voice. But yeah, so those are the raw vocals, and I'll just go through what I added on one by one, how I processed them. So first of all, there were some timing issues, I think, in the chorus, so I had to use Melodyne to fix that. So here's the chorus over here.
Say, I need to know you feel the same. I wanna hear you say it to my face.
So to fix these timing issues, I just copied the vocals into Melodyne, and it's really easy to fix timing issues with Melodyne. You can zoom in here, and then you can just hold down Option and move around the notes to whatever timing you want. So you can move them more on the grid. You can see the grid here. It's really visual and easy to see if the timing is off. So the first things you should always be thinking about are, does the vocal sound in time and does the vocal sound in pitch? And you need to get those things squared away before you really do anything else. But the pitch of these vocals sounded amazing, just the ones that she sent me, the raw vocals. So I just kept them like that. I added a little bit of pitch correction later on that I'll show you, but for the most part, I didn't really need to do anything for the pitch. So with Melodyne, I just fixed the timing in a few spots, and now I can get to work on actually processing the vocals. First in the chain, I always like to add a Deesser to get rid of those harsh S sounds and T sounds. So for this one, I've used Waves Renaissance Deesser, which is really simple to use and sounds really good.
I don't wanna blink, cause I'm on the brink of falling.
And you can really just hone in on one S sound to get the threshold and range right. Like if I go to this one S,
cause I'm on the brink,
in the cuz,
and
you can bring the threshold all the way up and just slowly move it down until you get the attenuation you want up here.
Cause I'm on the
And I think around that amount of attenuation sounds good with a threshold around -44. It's really going to depend on how loud the input level of your vocal is. So every vocal is different. There's no like magic setting. You're just going to have to mess around with that threshold there. I usually leave the range around -16 decibels because I usually don't really want any more than that. I usually go in the split band mode right here and just do everything above like 5500 hertz. Seems to work pretty well for female vocals. After the de-essing, I like to add a compressor. So I use the Waves Renaissance compressor here, which I just think sounds amazing on vocals. I use this Pensado Vocal 1 preset right here, and I just mess with the threshold and the gain until I get it sounding how I like.
I don't wanna blink, cause I'm on the brink of falling.
This just helps even out the vocal signal. Like if you see a really loud peak like over here compared to this section down here, it'll just compress it some more and even everything out.
I don't wanna blink, cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So after the compressor, I've added the Waves Tune plugin just to add a little bit more vocal tuning to the track. This is really the knob that I mess with most of the time, this note transition knob with the milliseconds on there.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
You can see how when I turn it all the way down, it sounds like heavily auto-tuned. So I just wanted to sound more natural, so that's why I had it up here around like 80 something milliseconds.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So a lot of people would add this before the deesser and compressor, but I actually like adding it after, because then you're feeding a more even vocal signal into the tuner, and I feel like it just works better that way. After this, I'm just adding the CLA vocals plugin, just adding a tiny amount of stereo widening. It's not even really a noticeable amount in the mix.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
After this, I'm adding even more compression, which I don't usually do, but sometimes it's good to compress in stages, and this is a really poppy sounding vocal, so I wanted to have that really in-your-face compressed feel with the vocal.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So yeah, this vocal is really being heavily compressed between this RVox compressor and this Renaissance compressor, both from Waves. I just think the Waves plugins sound really good, especially for vocals. Then at the end of my signal chain, besides the reverb and delay, which I'll show you, is the EQ, which I think is the most important part of the vocal. So I'll bypass and unbypass the EQ so you can see what it sounds like before and after.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling. I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
I wanted these vocals to be super bright. So what I did was cut off everything below like 130 hertz, which is pretty standard, I think, for female vocals. And then I got rid of some of the mud down here, reducing everything around 250 hertz by like 4 decibels. And then I love this FabFilter Pro Q3 because it has this dynamic EQ added in there. So I have this section around 830 hertz with a dynamic EQ on there, just reducing it by a couple decibels when it's hitting a certain threshold.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So that EQ band only really kicks in when those certain frequencies are getting too loud. Then usually I'll find some harsh frequencies around this area that I'll sweep around with a narrow Q and try to find and reduce, but this vocal really didn't have any in my opinion. So I wanted these vocals to be really bright and really poppy sounding, so I increased the high end a lot. So if I turn all this high end action off, here's what it sounds like.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So usually I like to boost the area around 24,000 hertz, which you can't even hear 24,000 hertz. Your limit of hearing is like 20,000 hertz. But with a wide Q right here, it just brings up the other parts of the vocal at the very high end. Then for that bright pop sounding vocal, I like to boost it around 10,000 hertz sometimes.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
It just gives the vocal a lot more presence by adding a little bit of that 10K. So after I'm done all that processing is when I always add the reverb and delay. I always use buses to send the reverb and delay to, so I can kind of hone in the frequencies some more and just have more control over the reverb and delay. So for the reverb right here, I've used Valhalla Vintage Room. I like this setting called Pop Vocal, which you can find right here.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling. I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So I just mess around with some of the settings to dial it in how I want it. And then I always put an EQ after the reverb and cut everything off below like 500 hertz and everything above like 6,000 hertz.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the...
Because we don't want the reverb to be too muddy. And that same thing goes with the delay over here. So with the delay, I have Echo Boy Jr. right here. It's just doing a standard quarter note delay. And then after the delay sound, I have an EQ cutting off everything below 600 and everything above 6,000 hertz. And then what I'm doing is side shading this delay to the original vocal signal down here, which I showed you guys a couple videos ago. But so I'm side shading the delay to the vocal signal, just so it ducks out of the way every time the vocal's playing.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling.
So you don't even really hear the delay until she stops singing at the end of the phrase. So once I'm happy with how the lead vocal is sounding and I've processed the lead vocal, then my method with the doubles and the harmonies and everything is very simple. I'll show you exactly what I do. So say I have this double down here. It's going to be a double on the left side, and just pretend all these effects are off for now. What I would do is go up here to the lead vocal chain that I've already processed, and I would just copy this whole channel strip setting, and then I would go down here and I'll just paste the entire channel strip setting. And what I'll do is just make a couple tweaks to make these settings fit the doubles a little bit better. So for the doubles, we don't want the S's to sound as harsh. We kind of want it to be more in the background. You only really need one S sound and one T sound to cut through the mix. So what I'll do is de-ess it harder than the original. So this threshold's at -44 now. I would probably take that down some more.
'Cause I'm on the brink of falling. I went all in. First time you stayed the night. 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 Time you stayed the night.
So now I've got some pretty harsh de-essing going on, but you won't even notice it in terms of the whole mix playing, because you'll just hear the S's coming from that lead vocal in the middle of the mix, so you don't need those S's in there. I also like to make the doubles not as bright as the lead vocal, so I'll just go into the EQ here and reduce this high shelf a little bit.
Time you stayed the night. Time you stayed the night.
And that's usually all I do to differentiate the doubles and the lead vocal. I also wanted to show you guys how I process these drop vocals down here.
Need to know you feel the same.
So without the effects, here's what they sound like.
Ooh.
And then with the effects, basically all I did was copy the same signal chain from the lead vocals to this vocal track. So same deesser, compressor, EQ, everything. The only thing I added was this manipulator plugin to change the formant of the vocals. That just gave it the deep sound I was going for. And then the only other thing I added was Nicky Romero kickstart, just to sidechain these vocals to the kick. But I wanted these vocals to be wider in the drop, so I duplicated that layer and made this wide layer. And to get that sound, I used this Soundtoys Microshift plugin just to make a double. It just detunes and delays the vocal signal to make it sound really wide, and it's perfect for adding vocal doubles when you don't have any to use. So it's a really simple plugin, it's easy to use, it's perfect for this kind of thing. The only other thing I changed with this layer was with the manipulator. I just moved it down to 12 semitones for the formant instead of 7 like the other layer, and that's just to give some differentiation between the two layers. Another thing I like doing is heavily distorting the ad-libs with Waves J37 tape distortion. So it just makes these ad-libs and background vocals sound really cool. So without it,
Me and you.
and then with it.
Me and you.
And it adds some really nice tape distortion to the vocals. So I like doing that on some ad-libs and some random things throughout the track just to keep things interesting. So that's how I process the vocals for this track with Single Spark. Hopefully you guys found this interesting. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Spotify below. And other than that, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
I don't wanna blink, 'cause I'm on the brink of falling. Don't know what it means. Somewhere in between, I went all in. Do you remember?